Welcome to episode 217 of the MailleWerX Chainmail Livestream. My name's Sean. I run MailleWerX.com, where you can find all the chainmail themed apparel and accessories that your heart desires. It's Work in Progress Wednesday. That's a new thing. We're going to name all the days. I guarantee that I'm going to say right now that, oh yeah, we're going to name all the days and do all the cool trendy stuff, and then I'm going to forget about it 5 seconds later. Because I know myself, and that's what I do. But we're going to make an attempt, right? How's everyone doing tonight? What's going on in your world? Okay, I had an interesting day today. I've had a lot of interesting days. It's been a theme since I was let go from my last job. I've gotten a tremendous amount of stuff done, and a bunch of things started, and like it's all culminating. It's brewing like a nice cup of tea, and soon we're gonna be able to drink it. So, you got a new bruise on your leg? Nice. Switch over to the overhead camera. Voila. I think we can zoom in a little bit. A little more. I can work in that space, right? How'd you get a new bruise on your leg? I'm assuming this is self-inflicted. Self-inflicted bruise, I imagine. I hope you are okay. Let me phrase that. Barb comes in all compassionate, and I'm just sitting here like, how'd you do that to yourself? I too am sorry that you got a bruise on your leg. I have no social skills. Of course, it's self-inflicted. Practicing with a rope dart. Nice. You know what? I'm super impressed by the fact you're gaining all these new skills. I would probably hurt myself very badly with a rope dart. No, I'm not what? Socially awkward? You know me well enough to know that when I say I got a new bruise, I hit myself. Fair enough, fair enough. Right. It does suck when you hurt yourself. It's never fun. I didn't end up mowing the lawn last weekend because it's just been crappy weather all week. So, yay for not mowing the lawn. And I know that when the time comes, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try and mow the lawn. And I'm gonna be left hurting that day. I'm gonna need a day or two of recovery. You learn a new way not to spin something? Yeah. Barbie, you saying I'm not sorry? I'm confused. Alright, anyway. That's how we should look at all mistakes. It's not that you failed, it's just, you learned how to not do it. So what did I get up to today? Okay, so I told you guys about the prospective job, right? That I need to go and apply for and get all the details of this company so that I can take that information back to my lawyer. It's definitely a learning curve thing, yeah. Well, I spoke with the staffing agency and they are very excited that I was willing to come aboard. Shar, you're just yanking my chain about not being sorry? Oh, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure that I understood where that was going. Because these texts have no context and I am doing two things at once and sometimes it's just hard to follow along. But yeah, I spoke to the staffing agency lady this morning. She lives in Florida and her name is Marina. Like a boat marina. So I thought that was an odd name for her geographic location. Even you don't know where you're going? Multitasking like a boss. Well, it's not easy. It is not. So anyway, I'm gonna go get a haircut and do an interview, I guess, and then we'll see if they hire me. And if I can take that back to the lawyer I consulted, then we'll see where that goes from here. And I called the VA today. So that was fun. And I found out that all the reports for my claims were in. They were just waiting to be reviewed, but the system hadn't flagged anyone to let them know that the reports were in. So it was just sitting there. So the person I talked to, the individual I talked to, marked it as, you know, complete, ready to be reviewed or whatever. And so they can finish that up and hopefully I will have my new rating by the end of the month. And what? There wasn't much else that went on today. I did work on the website some today. A couple things I want to finish up as far as the products go. And then tomorrow I'm hoping to... I need to get those 2 new hires up so that I can get this phase of the project completed. Still no paperwork from LegalZoom, so no Apple app update. Waiting on that. But one day at a time. I think that, you know, it's been an interesting process. There would be no way I could have gotten this much done had I been working. Right? Just, there wouldn't have been. So I think that all of these events have been rather fortuitous. there's just a lot of little stuff to every single thing that I was never going to finish. I had a general idea of what I needed to do, and then to go and actually get it done took me sitting down and realizing, A, that I didn't know everything I needed to know, and that B, there was no way I was going to be able to complete anything in any sort of timely manner. You must taste really good after the shower. Your cat can't stop using you as a salt lick. Maybe she's just thinking that, you know, oh, she's cleaned the food off, so now we can get a taste, you know. Plotting your demise. Does she walk in front of you when you go down the stairs or anything? Kittens are cute, but outside of that, I am not a cat person. I am allergic to them. And I'm not going to have an animal that I have to clean up after ever again. Like, nope, she stays away from the stairs when you're on them? Okay, good. Maybe it's not an evil cat. Maybe she's just affectionately licking you. Maybe you didn't do a good enough job in the shower and she needs to clean you more. I don't know. She's like, oh, I got this part. There's still some dirt here. You know, she's helping to groom you. I don't know. I don't know what goes on in cat brains. You also make great warm-blooded furniture. I tell you what, being in Wisconsin, okay, so in San Antonio, I had a Mitsubishi Diamante, and it was a black car with a black leather interior, and if you parked out in the sun, okay, you were screwed. Your car was going to be, you know, 150 degrees when you got in it. Right? So I picked a bad car for the weather. Sadly, you have no humans around to critique your shower technique. Well, your cat's not going to say anything. So, after being there several years, I bought my truck. And my truck has a cloth interior that's beige or tan or something. It's a lighter color, and it's a blue truck, so there's no real greenhouse effect that's too bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's uncomfortable if you don't have the windows cracked in the summertime, but it's not like a black car with black leather seats in San Antonio. But now that I'm up here, my truck takes forever to warm up. And it's not terrible, but it's about 5 minutes, right? And I don't have heated seats because I have the Texas edition of my truck that did not come with heated seats. And so since I've been up here, Renee's car has heated seats, and whenever I get into start that during the wintertime, they heat up quick. It's always very nice to just sit in there for a minute. Excuse me. While the world is frozen around you. I was like, on my next vehicle, if I ever get one, I definitely want the heated furniture. I think that's definitely going to be something I'm try to get, because it's not only is it great for not freezing your ass off in the frozen tundra of southeastern Wisconsin, but it's great for lower back pain too, I've found. I'm a fan of warm furniture. I really want, there is a new Ford Raptor Bronco, and I really want one. I hope it comes with heated seats. If I have to buy a new vehicle again, that is what I want to get. The initial Broncos that they came out with, the engines in them, they're not that powerful. Like the standard full-size Bronco one is okay, but the Bronco Sport that they released first, like, it not only does it not look like a Bronco at all, it looks like a Ford Escape. It was just not a vehicle that I was even remotely interested in. And then the full-size one came out, and the engine is smaller than what I have in my truck. But now the Ford Bronco Raptor, it's got the twin-turbo EcoBoost engine, which is what I have in my truck, and I am quite pleased with that particular engine. So, and the new Bronco Raptor looks amazing. So, but you know, this is all fantasy. My next vehicle will probably be like a $500 car with the way used car prices are. It'll be interesting. My truck keeps going up in value. Maybe I'll get lucky and be able to just trade one for one my truck for a new Bronco. That'd be hilarious. It would mean that, you know, inflation was horrible, but have to keep your elderly Honda CR-V, you probably drive that thing to its grave. Yeah. That's usually what I do with vehicles. Like, my Mitsubishi was on its last legs before I sold it. Oh, and the damn thing. Okay, so this is the best part. San Antonio, horrible heat, black car, black leather interior, and the air conditioning was just, it just sucked. It was just horrible. Anytime you turn on the air, it's just like having a heater blow on you. I had a Nissan pickup truck before that, and I sold that before I got deployed. And the guy I sold it to ended up getting put on the list to go with us on deployment, so he sold it to his mom, and then it was lost in one of the hurricanes, Katrina or Rita, down in Louisiana. Every vehicle I had before that was just kind of a junker. Like I had 1972 International Scout 2. I had a 92 Geo Metro, 1980 burnt orange Ford Fiesta. They all got driven until they were dead. My truck was the newest vehicle I'd ever bought. Sold your son a Mitsubishi when you bought the CRV because they needed a car. They turned around and sold it to her mom, who ended up wrapping the poor thing around a deer. Oh man. Hitting a deer is the worst. Right? I remember 2019 when my mom passed away. I was on my way, I was going down to see family. They lived a couple hours south in Illinois. And I was on my way back up from one of those visits after her funeral. I think I had been down there helping my sister move. And then coming back up, I hit a deer with my truck. Fortunately, I was able to get that fixed, but those things are no joke. I don't think I've been down there since then. Were you gonna say something else, Peg? You've been lucky enough to never hit a deer come close a couple times? Yeah, I've been close plenty of times. But that one literally jumped right out in front of me, so. Damn rented fingers. These things aren't even mine. Nah, it's the nanobots we get from the fluoride in the water. That's what causes all my finger slips. I suppose we should test fit this, make sure we're not making it too long. It's been a while since it was worked on at all. Last time you had enough alcohol to get you loopy, you blamed the keyboard for jumping under your fingers. Yeah, that's what happens, man. Damn keyboards. Getting all uppity. Sending people the wrong message. Between alcohol, keyboards, and autocorrect, it's quite the struggle to send a coherent message with nanobots or rented fingers, or just being yourself. Alright, Barb, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the the lawyer I consulted comes up with, right? His current recommendation was not to pursue. He thinks I would just lose my money. But if I get hired out by a company that does the same thing my previous company does, then it'll be interesting to see if he thinks I have a case. And it's actually not a bad job at all. It's the exact same thing I was doing before. So we will see where that takes me. And I may be speaking too soon. I don't even know if I'll get a internet. Is it more pay? Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it's more pay, a little bit more of a workload. But otherwise, well, that's what they're promising. A little bit more of a workload. But my previous employer said that they would have a larger workload than what they did, and they just never did. I don't know what happened there. It'd be really wild. The headhunter you're talking to was job shopping for the exact same company that let you go. I'm sure I know there's headhunters out there because I see the applications on job sites. Or I see the job description on job sites. I know there are headhunters out there looking for. I should just apply for that. See what happens. Like, yeah, I just got done working for you guys, and you fired me. Can I have my job back? And 2 months pay, and a pay raise, and more vacation days. No, but I talked to the lady at the staffing agency, the headhunter, and it's a different company, but they do the exact same thing that my previous employer was doing. So I think my former company is going to have a real problem if this next company can hire me, right? So we'll see what happens. Come here, you. Found the gravity. Jeez Louise. And then if I can get that started, because I think it's a, you know, fairly easy hole-in-one. It seems that way from the outside, you know. Like, it doesn't add up, and I think my company was in the wrong. So can't use that ring. But like I said, getting let go and having the last 2 months to get all this stuff done has really been a blessing, you know. It's afforded me an opportunity I otherwise would not have had. And I think I largely used my time wisely. So, but if it goes the other way and I can't get hired by this company, then, you know, the idea of a lawsuit will have to go away. Do I know the exact reason they fired me, or you just voluntarily quit due to policy change? I did not voluntarily quit. That's how they worded it in the, you know, if you don't get this, you know, we're gonna say that you agreed to be terminated. So that's how they phrase it in their language, in legalese. Is there any proof I submitted my exemption to them and they denied it? Yes, and I have that. But yeah, the reason I don't work there anymore is due to their policy changes that I never agreed to when I was hired, and that they would not accept my medical exemption. So, well, medical issues, they're concerned. You know, you're supposed to be protected under HIPAA for all that stuff, but like, not only were they asking for that, but they asked us to submit them to a non-HR person. So, oh, broke that ring. First year private sheet and medical non-enclosure, yeah. There's a lot of things that we can go over. But I think that other people have tried, right? Like, what is the company's right to demand proof of vaccination? It's really, what is the company's right to demand proof of, I took an experimental therapy to see what would happen. But I think that has been tried in many different cases, and none of them has succeeded. So it's one of those things that it might work. Your employer requested proof of vaccination, but if you didn't want to submit a copy of your card, the option was to continue to wear a mask in the public corridors and break areas. Yeah, ours was, well, I believe the way it played out at the Supreme Court was that employees had to submit to testing once a week, which I was more than willing to do, but my employer wasn't going to offer it. Said it's too much of a burden on the company. Have a nice day. Okay. Bye-bye. So. Excuse me. Yeah. If you've had local, county, and state police refuse to involve themselves in a black and white illegal activity due to it being a civil matter. Had local, county, and state police refuse to involve themselves in a black and white illegal activity due to it being a civil matter. I believe that. Something's irritating me. Yeah, and, you know, a judge may throw out the case, and I don't know. You gotta weigh the risk versus the reward, right? First, I gotta hire a lawyer, okay? Then, they tell me yay or nay if I have a case or not. Then, I have to, go through the process of getting a case, going through discovery, right? Like, and the company I'm going up against has lawyers. They know what they're doing. They've prepared for all of this. I'm fairly certain that in the... Hang on a second. Maybe that'll help. In the paperwork from the company, they were not willing to... They were saying that they were going to do everything they could to prevent anyone from collecting unemployment, which that's kind of a dick move, right? You can't just say, these are troubling times, you know, we understand, but we can't bear the burden of keeping you on our payroll for XYZ, you know. No, it was, you're going to comply, and you're not going to get unemployment, or you're not going to get unemployment, and we're not going to... we're not going to do anything for you. Screw you. Have a nice day. Domestic violence order charged without any proof required other than written confirmation by the accuser to overreach her legal power in my state that is permanent regardless if unfounded. I'm not 100% certain what's going on, but there was a domestic violence charge. There was proof, the written confirmation. The written confirmation by the accuser to overreach your legal power in your state that is permanent, regardless if unfounded. Oh, okay, so someone lied. The real sad part of that is companies paying to unemployment insurance while you get employed, not after you've been fired. Yeah, right? Like, they've already put up the money in unemployment taxes. So, and just the idea that they weren't going to let anyone use it until they found their next footing. Company has no say over if you get unemployment, so unless they lie about your termination reason, it's not in their power. Right, but they were going to lie. I don't know. I don't know if they were going to lie, but they threatened that they weren't going to let anyone collect unemployment. Right? I was kind of surprised when I got unemployment, when I qualified. It's like, okay, cool. That's not nothing. That will help. So, all I know really is that I was told 16% of the workforce was non-compliant and was let go. I don't know how accurate that is, but it's at least several dozen employees, right? And I have no idea how unemployment insurance works. Like, do your unemployment rates go up if a lot of people make claims against you? Did everyone who got terminated get unemployment? You know, what's going on? So, I did give my email out to another nurse who was going to be non-compliant, and I never heard from them, so I can only assume that whatever legal action they were going to take did not occur. Because otherwise, I would join up with them. Rates are based on number of employees only. Okay. Right, so if the rate doesn't change, then what does it matter if any of us collect an unemployment or not? And why would you say that? Right? Employee retention to coerce us into getting into becoming compliant. It's like, I liked working for the company, I like my bosses, I like the staff, but the HR department, you know, not your friend. So now I'm thinking that they should have to pay me I don't know, a couple $1 million for lost wages, lost employment opportunities, emotional damage, I'm a disabled veteran with, you know, PTSD and a traumatic brain injury. Yeah, play all that up. See if I can get a sympathetic ear from someone. Like police, they can lie to you to be compliant. Yeah, it was a scare tactic. Comply, you'll be tossed in the street to starve. Yeah, well, joke's on them. Maybe. Maybe the joke's on them. Maybe it's not. We'll see. You know, it's a shot in the dark. Maybe it'll turn into something. You know, it's just a kind of it would just feel good to make the company hurt. Financially, right? It's like, oh, you were wrong. You could have kept me hired. You just didn't want to. For reasons. It never ever should have boiled down to people's jobs being threatened or people losing their jobs over any of this. Right? It is completely insane that this is even happening. To make any company involved in healthcare hurt is going to be a judgment against them in the billions. Well, I don't know. It's not a large healthcare company. I don't think its market cap would be like over 100 million. I mean, just based off what I know. I have no idea of the financials internally. Right. I know the guy that's running the place was doing a real good job of turning it around. I am getting raided over on Twitch with a party of 5 raiders. I need to set up my freaking raid alarm thing. Interesting. There they are. Hello, Lady Kachara. How are you? Diablo Beck, thank you for the raid. What are you guys up to tonight? Bone Shooter 87, how you doing? Wait, crap. All of a sudden there's a bunch of people here. Don the armor and go to war. How are you guys? What are you up to tonight? Alright, I need to write that down on my list of stuff. Raid alarm set up in my Twitch. You're working on a scale mail dice bag and switched over to some mini painting? Nice. Bone Shooter's doing good. Okay. Alright. Little scale mail dice bag. I've never made one of those. Oh man, screwed that up. I've only made a couple of dice bags actually. That's what I should have done with this project right here. So what kind of scales were you using? Like large scales, small scales, anodized aluminum scales? And what were you painting? I tried painting once. They're your favorite thing to make? Yeah, they're good. Good little project. Alright. Small anodized aluminum scales. This music has got to go. I've never played with the small anodized scales before. See, a lot of people make some really cool stuff with them. How many dice bags have you made, if it's your favorite thing to make? Like, just, are you in the tens of dice bags, or the hundreds of dice bags? Or, you know, the thousands of dice bags, I guess. John said, you only made one dice pouch for a friend to pass before you got to give it to him? Aw, man, that sucks. Lady Kachara, pluck scales from baby dragons. It's where naked skinks come from. Oh, the tens? Okay. That's still, you know, significant amount of dice bags. Alright, for those of you who don't know, my name's Sean. I run MailleWerX.com. I make chainmail and design chainmail themed apparel and accessories that you can see in this screen right above me. Thank you for stopping by. It's awesome to get rated, especially by someone else who, you know, makes scale mail. There was something. You were working on finishing up a female warrior model holding a sword and a severed head. Nice. Remove their scales and their wings never grow. That's funny. Those poor baby dragons. Alright. Oh, and the other thing I was going to say is that I do stream to multiple platforms. And so if you hear me responding to someone, it is because they are on YouTube or Facebook. And we don't get too many visitors from Twitch, but every now and then we get some. Keep telling them that you ethically source your scales and only use willingly given shed scales. That's funny. Do you put that, like, do you have a shop where you put that in your product description? That would be a great part of your product description. Figure holding the head with a Warhammer 40k or D&D mini? Are you asking, John? John over on Facebook, I think, is asking if the figure is holding the head like Warhammer 40k style or D&D mini style. Lies. You've seen the naked baby dragons. You have a shop, you do not have that in the description yet. I would totally put that in there. Neither, it's just a 3D print. Okay. Painting. Did I just completely miss that? Okay, you said mini painting and you meant minis. John caught it, I did not. I just thought you were working on a small painting. It's just a 3D print, a D&D character type mini. Okay. Okay. .3D print. Now, did you print it yourself, or is this something you got from another creator? Is this a creator collab? Peg said, I've built a couple of naked baby dragons in your time. Yeah, miniature model painting. I'm all caught up now. Last time there was a bunch of confusion over a hot dog scarf, which I was very confused about. So this went much better this time. That's a mini you picked up. Okay. Cool, cool. I tried miniature painting once. Just once. And yeah. I try to avoid paint as much as possible. John, my brother paints 40k models and you're familiar with the lingo? Ah, okay, that's why you picked up on it. I'm familiar, you know, with miniature model painting. Okay. But I am not a smart man, so. I love to scarf hot dogs. Oh, okay. John's big into the pewter D&D minis in your youth. I always thought they were very cool. You know? But tabletop games are not my thing. Miniature painting is a fun and relaxing hobby. Is that why everybody has their armies all painted? You got burnt out on chainmail for a bit after prepping for an event, so picked up mini painting and got addicted? Nice. I have, for burnout, I have, like 50 projects sitting right here next to me, and I can change up whatever project I'm working on at that time. That's how I avoid burnout. and I only work, well, that's not quite true. I was gonna say I only work on this stuff an hour a day. I do get a little bit more done during the day sometimes. You don't play any of the tabletop games, you just paint what looks interesting. That's cool. So not in pursuit of having a fully painted army just because it's something you enjoy. That's awesome. Or paying someone a few grand to paint them all the same matching schemes. Serious amazing painters out there. Yeah, I've seen a few armies that are, you know, all painted up and they look amazing. First miniature painting you did was with lead miniatures and testers enamel paint in the late 70s. How much lead was in testers enamel paint in the late 70s? Do I want to know? Is testers like the Hobby Lobby model brand paint or the Michaels brand paint? It sounds familiar. I'm not a paint aficionado by any stretch of the imagination, because I hate paint, but testers sounds familiar for some reason. I don't know why. My first exposure to miniature painting was one of the chefs I worked with at Olive Garden had some miniatures published in a magazine that he had photographed. You do minis for D&D games? Nice. '70s, those chains were not even thought of. Testers was what people use mainly for cars and planes. Okay. Those are the H model trains. Right on. I am making a coif. Kind of. So here's the story behind this project, if you have time. So once upon a time, I went and I bought a bunch of rings from the Ring Lord. And I didn't have any plans for these rings. I just bought different sizes I thought would be interesting to use in different stuff. And I first bought these rings, and then I didn't do anything with them for about 10 years. Maybe longer. For some of the projects I have sitting here next to me are older than 10 years. And then 2 years ago, I started going through streaming and working on projects, and I've actually gotten a lot of stuff done by just holding myself accountable to come down here for an hour a night, 5 days a week or so, and work on anything, okay? And so I had started with these rings, but I ran out. I thought I'd had enough, but I was way off, right? And now I put in an order with the Ring Lord, and I am working with the same ring size that is slightly smaller than what I had ordered 10 years ago. So, trying to get this coif done so it comes down over my head and just goes around my shoulders a little bit, ideally. Sorry for the typos, no problem. Don't worry about that at all. So I have 3.5 chainmail shirts down here in my basement and a motorcycle vest. So chalk it up to like four shirts. But I don't have any coifs. I don't have any headpieces whatsoever. And so I'm working on a coif to add, and then I'm gonna get like a skull of some kind and put it on my bar as a display piece. Steiner need a new coif for his next wrestling match. You have not braided clothing yet. Experiment to the shirt for teddy bear. Nice. John over on Facebook did a Baby Yoda. Show the weird balls you finished, John says. John wants me to show you guys my weird balls. They're just chainmail balls if you guys would like to see them. That would require me getting up. Hang on a sec. Yeah, I like the chainmail juggling balls. Or is that an OnlyFans? Yeah, only people on my OnlyFans can see them. I show my feet and my weird balls. Simple question, is there a tool that makes an opening and closing the reins faster? Rings. Is there a tool that makes opening and closing the rings faster? No. Not really. I've seen some people use, it's like a finger ring and it's got a slot in it and you can put the ring in and manipulate it that way. But, alright, so these are my weird balls. These are made from 18 gauge 3/16 square stainless rings from the Ring Lord. And they're made using Trinity, which is like using, it's like European 3-in-1 as opposed to European 4-in-1. Makes a really cool kind of spirally sheet weave. And then I filled them with glow-in-the-dark BBs, glow-in-the-dark airsoft BBs. I'm wondering, I don't know if these have been charged up enough. I want to try something real quick. Let's see if we can capture a glow here. Turn the lights off. The overhead light's still on. Hang on. Oh no. I think there's too much light from the computer. No, you can't see nothing, can you? Dang it. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna turn the lights back on for all of these who are... Sorry about the camera flash. And then this. Then. Alright. They do glow in the dark. But not. They're not too great. Just a little glowy, then it got dark? Yeah. You only like the finger ring thing if you're opening a ton of rings when you remember when you have it. Exercise style, hack sex. Excuse me. Made juggling balls a long time ago and put lights inside that activate when you hit them. Nice. That's cool. I think... John, did you do something like that? I thought you did something like that. No, but that's a great idea. I hope I remember to try that if I ever make any kind of hacky sack or juggling ball ever again. Alright. You did sacrifice a couple children's light-up toys from Walmart to get the lights? You know. Whatever it takes, right? Oh god, this ring's terrible. John said he's made several with dollar store flashing bulbs. You can order packs of 50 for like $8. Nice. Time for me to lurk and get some sleep. Busy day at work tomorrow. Great meeting you. Thank you. Lady Guitar for introducing me to an amazing artist. Oh, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. I'm about done here, as it is past my bedtime. I want to finish up this row and then... But thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Thank you for rating. You research LED golf balls and you're trying to build your own light-up contact staff, but never bought any. They light up when you hit them. Nice. Yeah, if you come back, I do have other things to show people besides my weird balls. David, how you doing? Oh, okay. I saw Peg say hi, Dave, earlier. I was like, what is going on there? But yeah, we're getting ready to close down shop myself. Yeah. I have a CD that has a bunch of images on it. They're like high resolution photos I had done many, many years ago of some chainmail stuff. A friend of mine was a photographer and was kind enough to do them for me. And I should add them to this up here. I really should. I don't know if I even have any of the stuff that was in those pictures. I think it's all gone, but popping in to say hi, quick hi, here from Twitch. Wow, thank you. Well, thank you for stopping by. Do I not follow you? Can I go there? No, I can't from here. Huh, I'll have to go and manually look up your channel. Alright, so everyone on Facebook, this is the nice raider who came to say hi. I know it's difficult to follow when you're streaming on more than one platform, but what is getting some kind of weird notification? Oh, okay. What are you sending me, John? Those are your, John just sent me pictures of his, the lights that light up when you hit them. If I knew how to work a computer, I would share with you all how to do that, but I would think that all right. For one terrifying minute, I thought you were going to say weird balls again in response to John. Now John's showing me pictures of his weird balls that light up when you hit them. I can't with you guys. Oh, you guys kill me. Alright, almost finished up with these last couple of rings. Actually got a decent way around today. Wasn't sure I'd be able to get this much done, but we are running over just a little bit on time. So I suppose that helped. You're heading out for the night as well. Have a great night. Well, thank you for the raid. Thanks for stopping by. Do appreciate it very much. Feel free to stop in anytime. Be sure to check out MailleWerX.com. And I will see you next time. Maybe our roles will be reversed. Alright, so one thing is for certain is that I'm going to have to tumble this for forever with small ceramic pieces. It's because there are so many burrs on these rings. And even if it is a costume piece for starters, and then a display piece second, right? People want to they're gonna try it on, and I don't want them to catch their stuff and all this, you know. Constantly used to piss me off. Oh, I never did zoom back out from. There we go. All right. Get all this stuff put away. So, what's going on tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. It's the last streaming night of the week. Should figure out. Oh, I was going to tear those two apart, but. Go in your home. It doesn't matter. Once I get done with these rings, I think this is one of a couple coffee containers I have full of rings that I can finally get rid of. Oh, what a night. Okay, so I don't know what's going on tomorrow. But yeah, last streaming night of the week, and then more scheming and plotting and trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. So I will have more updates for you tomorrow. All right, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to check out MailleWerX.com for all your chainmail themed apparel and accessory needs. I am working on the website. We are getting products up, and we are getting to a point. I think I'll have like a grand reopening sale or something if y'all are into that. So look forward to that, and look forward to the app, and yeah, I will see you guys all tomorrow. You all have a wonderful evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.